Hello, it's Emily, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new, I just wanted to let you know that I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. On Mondays, I post videos about my life with glaucoma. On Wednesdays, I post whatever video I want, and on Fridays, I post videos related to my faith. So if that interests you, please hit that subscribe button. And without further ado, let's get to today's video. I want to give you guys 5 Christian book recommendations of books that I have read and books that I enjoyed. So the first is probably the ultimate #1 pick that I have in this list. If you're only going to read one, read this one, and that is Battlefield of the Mind by Joyce Meyer. This book completely changed the way that I viewed just how you approach your own personal thoughts and feelings and actions, and how truly there is a battlefield in our mind that is taking place every minute of every day, and understanding that and having the tools to combat that is so powerful. And so that book is just 10 out of 10 recommend. I've already read it multiple times. It's just always going to be a book that's in my sort of book collection library. The second book that I recommend is Irresistible Revolution by Claiborne. This is a book that I read probably halfway through 8 years ago, probably a long time, and I'm just now revisiting it because it is such a radical book on what the church really should look like, what love looks like, what following Christ looks like, and it really resonates with me, especially in the season that I'm in. So definitely recommend that book. And the third book that I recommend is Everybody Always by Goff. This book is such an easy read. It's not super long, it's very conversational, but it is life-changing. This book truly does give you a fresh perspective on what it means to love people the way Jesus did, what it means to love everybody always. It's an amazing book. Cannot say enough about it. It was so good. I just read it a month ago and am obsessed with it, and I want to read more of Goff's books in the future. The fourth book that I recommend is How's Your Soul by Judah Smith. This book is, again, such an easy read, very conversational, but also a very, very insightful book on just, understanding the condition of your soul, because we live in a world that drains us, that distracts us, that there's just so much going on that often we're left feeling kind of drained and empty and dry because we've poured everything out and not allowed ourselves to be poured into the way that we should. So that book is so good. Highly recommend. And finally, the last book that I recommend is Know Your Why by Costa. It's very similar to A Purpose-Driven Life, which is also very good. So both of those books are very similar, and I honestly recommend both, but I think that this book is just a little bit more focused, a little bit more condensed and concise, and I just read that book recently. It's very basic, I'm not gonna lie. If you're super far in your faith, you might find it a little bit obvious, but if you're a new believer, I highly recommend it. Knowing your purpose, knowing why you are here on earth is something that I think we all struggle with, and so this book is very practical and just very good, and I really enjoyed listening to it. And so yes, those are my 5 Christian book recommendations. Leave in the comments if you guys have any books that you want me to read, and thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave a comment, start some conversation, and I will see you guys on Monday.